Morning, ducks. Well, we'll see you later. Morning, dogs. Little bit of a gloomy one this morning. I wasn't expecting that. Who's gonna come out first? Oh, come on, chicken jockey. That one right there, she's usually the first one out. Well, if you watched the last video, you know I gotta wash the radiators and coolers and engine bay out in the new combine. We had an oil leak a little while ago when we first got it, and we had it washed up decently, but once we got in the bean fields, all the bean dust stuck to it, and I think it's causing an overheating issue with the intercooler, not cooling the air down enough that's going into the turbo, so I gotta clean that out. I'd really love for Anna to be able to do it for me, but you know, no thumbs. So, there's a big giant fan. I like my watch, but sometimes with certain coats, like this raincoat, it just doesn't work. Big giant fan in behind here pushes or pulls air through all these coolers. Everything's one-handed. Someday I'm gonna have to get an actual camera crew. All these coolers got pulled full of oil, including that screen, when we had an oil leak. And now I think what's happening is they're getting so full of this stuff, they can't pull any air through them. It was a big oil leak, see? See? Look at that. Everything covered. It's like there's still a leak somewhere, perhaps. Fan's turning black. It's a mess. But it doesn't keep us from going until the fan's packed full of this stuff. There's even oil down there. Where did that come from overnight? Oh, it's dripping off there. So it's coming. Yeah, I don't. So the other thing is I'm hoping to get it clean enough that when we run it later today, we'll be able to see if we still have a leak or what the heck is going on here. I'm probably not going to really video any of this because I'm climbing around on an oily, dusty ladder, which is like driving on an icy road that has a skiff of snow on it, and pulling a water hose with a pressure wand. Anyway, I got the engine bay washed up top. Everything's dripping down here, but I think the coolers were never really packed full of bean dust, but you can see how black it is where I haven't hit it with the washer yet. That's where I've gotten to it with the washer. I think more of the problem was actually on this screen out here, because the coolers are fairly clean other than the oil that got through. That screen seemed to do its job and keep all the dust from getting in there and packing tight in the cooler. So I'm thinking maybe there wasn't enough air getting through the screen to get to the cooler. So anyway, I'm washing it all up, but I feel pretty confident this is gonna do it. So that screen is sealed off pretty good. It did its job. Everything else is still a mess though. Well, about an hour later, and I'm all sweaty from wearing a plastic coat around, and it's humid out again, but I think I got it pretty clean. The warning it gave me last night said the charge air cooler was overheating, meaning the air coming into it wasn't cooling down enough before it got back to the exhaust to go into the turbo, or back to the turbo anyway. So it wasn't, I don't know which one is the intercooler here, but I just cleaned them all out real good, and then I got that screen real good. I feel confident in this. But it's so humid and cloudy, it may take a little while to dry. And not that we can't go harvest with it. However, I gotta run to the doctor because I'm getting my 5th cortisone shot in this shoulder, which is gonna be lovely. It's gonna hurt like crazy, but it's gonna be lovely tomorrow. Meanwhile, Dad's got the pits going. We're dumping beans into a bin back here. And it looks like everything must be going good because I haven't heard otherwise.
Hi there.
Is it running okay?
Yeah, they need to show you how to switch, or have you show me how to switch from like spraying to the planting to the field now. Right now I got the application.
Which one are you looking for?
For harvest now. There we go. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
We're both just getting used to the John Deere Ops Center app again, where we can actually see everything we've done on the fields throughout the years. So you can see Ton. I mean, I wouldn't even begin to rattle the list off of stuff on that app. This one. The grain cart a mile north of here has about 2/3 of a truckload of soybeans in it. So I'm gonna go check the oil in that, get it fired up and warmed up, while Dad brings an empty truck up there to put those beans in. And if I don't stop and let these numbnuts in, they'll chase me all the way to the highway, and we don't want that. So this is the safest spot for them to be. I'm really not sure why you're so obsessed with this thing, but if it's fun for you, I guess. It's important to stay hydrated, like real hydration, not just water, but the electrolytes you need, like this Element here has that I drink 1 or 2 every day. You can get it in the carbonated cans or the water bottle, the drink mix to put in your water bottle. It's got the sodium, the potassium, and the magnesium that you need to actually stay hydrated without just chugging water all the time. This allows your muscles to actually absorb that water, keeps the brain fog away. For me, it keeps my leg cramps away at night. Works with every diet that I can think of. There's only 5 calories in this thing. There's no sugar, there's no caffeine. It's got all the stuff that you want and none of the stuff that you don't want. And there are a ton of flavors. I like the cans. I like the carbonation. If you don't like the carbonation, like I say, they come in sticks. Right now, if you want to go click the link down below, you can go get your own free sample pack with 8 different flavors in it and decide for yourself what your favorite flavor is. They've got a no questions asked return policy, so if you don't like it, within 30 days you let them know and they're going to refund you your money back. But I don't see why you wouldn't like it, to be honest with you. You got to go to drinkelement.com/farmer, or it's linked down below. Drove around to this side of the cart just so that I could do this. I've got a bad habit of losing track of time and running late for everything. So Dad's gonna dump that cart. All I did was come up and start it for him, but I gotta get to the doctor. Chicken crossing, heads up, beep beep. Cortisone shot done. Time to get back to work. Definitely a little bit sore. He pushed a high volume in there with a lot of pressure because the joint was so full of fluid, so it really pressurizes. It does not feel good. Okay, slight change of plans. So since I pulled into the field here 15 minutes ago, there's actually been 3 different changes of plans. We're bringing that combine back home, which last time you guys saw it, it was home, but it got moved out here because the Deere guys were calibrating some of the automated stuff on it so that we'd have all that running today. So they brought it out to the field here where we wanted it and got things calibrated and set up. And Onyx had seat heat on. Oh, when it's 80 degrees outside? Anyway, I did want it in this field. However, it's got a massive oil leak. So I just finished washing that up this morning so that we could see where the leak was coming from, if there was still a leak. And we still don't know where it's coming from, but there's definitely still a leak. So
are you gonna park the cart somewhere, Onyx, and take off?
So that's getting run back home.
Shut off. I'm driving the combine home right now, and they're gonna try it.
Dad's just getting caught up with the plan too. I'm gonna grab a few more soybeans first. Just topping it off a little. Brought the grain cart home. We ran up to the field, grabbed pretty much everything else except for Dad and the combine and one truck we left for him. That's gonna finish that field. And I'm gonna dump this load of beans and the little bit that's left in the cart into the bins. Good looking beans. Few green ones in there yet, but I noticed yesterday, for the bit of time we had the new machine running, it was doing an amazing job of getting good clean beans in the tank. The 9870's always done pretty well too. There's only so much you can do when they're that green, but I'd rather have them in the tank than on the ground. They do dry up in the bin too. They don't stay green in the bin. Look at this handy feature that allows me to split the tank between the front and the back of the semi without moving the tractor. Oh, get off that bolt. Well, I got everything pretty well ready to go here. Got the cart empty and the pits are emptying. And they're working on it. They're smiling, so that means it's not catastrophic. Maybe it's something stupid, let's hope. So this issue is going to obviously be a warranty issue. Deere is gonna stand behind it. They're gonna help back up the dealer. The dealer's been great to work with. I never have an issue with our dealer. All right? This is not a dealer problem. This isn't something that got through the dealer. They're just the ones stuck helping get it fixed. I mean, this was something that totally fluke thing. You know, there's how many pieces? There's got to be 1 million pieces on that combine, and we thought it was one fitting that just happened to loosen up. I mean, they do tons of checks and balances and test drives and everything. I've been to the factory, I've seen it all. Just a weird deal that it made it here without having the oil leak, and then as soon as we got it to the yard, it sprung an oil leak. We tightened that fitting up. I don't know, I'm gonna go find out now as they're looking at it if it's the same fitting, if it blew an O-ring, or if there's something else going on. I don't know. Yeah, it's frustrating, but I guess one way to think of it is how big and impressive are those machines that they actually get it out the door to where things do run the way they're supposed to, because the few acres I did with it, it was doing a phenomenal job. They'll get it fixed. They'll get it figured out. It's just bugs. Everything's always got bugs. Too many moving pieces on a farm. Sounds like it's just a fitting, so I came back to grab Dad's header here and we're gonna move everything home. But it sounds like it's a fitting, a big fitting going into one of the coolers on the other combine causing the oil leak. And it's of course going into a cooler next to the big fan. So the fan grabs it and sends oil everywhere, so it's hard to find, makes a big mess. It sounds like it's probably the same fitting it was the first time. So why that would have loosened up twice now, I don't know. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. We're just gonna hook it up and get it done. Nope, they're both over here. Again, we're just watching the cradles here basically to make sure it's in the right place. Yeah, look at that. They're even pressure washing it for me. Oh, it's all sudsy with Andy Clean soap. Look at that. That might end up cleaner than I had it this morning. I'll see how much time we can waste hooking this header up and maybe they'll get it finished. Man, that goes quick with 2 people. Let's harvest. Okay, we've been out here for about an hour. I did not record anything because it's beyond me right now, but there's a lot of cool stuff happening. We have set up harvest automation and speed automation, I think is what you call it. So I got Colton and Teddy here helping me out. And we just did a drop pan test to verify what our losses are actually at, just to make sure and calibrate the losses on the machine. Full of beans?
No beans.
Oh, there's a half of one? No, that's a no beans there.
I got nothing.
Well, how do you calibrate nothing?
That's a John Deere combine.
You seem not genuine when you're dressed like that. So, I'm not wearing a John Deere shirt, so I'm just gonna dig around here. And there's a couple in there, but I'm pretty certain they're coming from the head. It's hard to capture everything, so although there's one, and this straw is a little bit wet yet, so conditions are a little tough, We got the oil leak fixed. It's still a little messy, but we got that fixed. And I'm gonna show you what the tank looks like up here. So you just saw, we got almost nothing going on the ground. Here's a couple, there's a couple. So what we have on the ground back there, I think is 90% from up here. And with soybeans, there just is some shatter like that. So here's, I mean, a few green ones in there mixed in, but the pods in the tank, and the window's usually the dirtiest, there just aren't any pods. Like I say, some green beans, but there's not foreign material in there, no pods. Now we got our machine sync set up, so Onyx is in there running the grain cart. He is synced to me, and I'm running speed, what do you call it? Ground speed automation? Is that what it is?
Predictive ground speed automation.
Predictive ground speed automation. So if I exit out of my camera here, we've got this really nice area of this field here too. So it's actually predicting what's coming in. It's got a predictive yield map right here that it's following, and it's truthing that with the cameras on top of the combine, so I can go and switch over to my forward camera, and it's reading the crop height in front of me as it comes in. Then it's using the power band here to push the machine to its limit to speed up and slow down. So as it takes more and less power, I can speed up to whatever I have it set at. Right now I have it set to a maximum of 6 miles per hour as we harvest this water hemp patch. And it's going to speed up and slow down throughout the field to make things more efficient as we're taking in more and less crop. So the other automation that I have running is the harvest automation. So this is actually adjusting the entire machine based on the parameters I've given it. So I've given it acceptable levels of foreign material, broken grain, and grain loss. And it's using the cameras to understand how much of each is in there. Let's see, so I can click, what do I click to actually show? Maybe that's what I wanted to look at. So here's the camera, it's picking up my broken, unthreshed material, and then what does light mean?
Foreign material light, so like lighter log.
Okay, gotcha. So it's reading the grain coming through, it's watching that all the time, and then it's making adjustments. Well, right now it's adjusting the speed, nothing within the machine. But I can see on the graph here that I'm below my acceptable levels on everything, which is where I want to be. So the lower I am, obviously, the cleaner the grain is coming in. So it's telling me basically it doesn't need to change anything because it's well within the parameters that I've given it. So the old system, you go out and look, or you look in the tank and you make manual adjustments. Here you basically look at the grain and say that's good, you're doing a good job, or you need to do better, and it will
Change your set points.
It will change the rest of it for you then. You tell it what you want the grain to be like, and it'll change the stuff for you.
Better or worse?
Better or worse. We finished another field here, so this field was like 70 acres. We've it's been a couple of slow days here with some setups and some breakdowns and stuff, but as I said in the last video, it's always a little bit slow in the beginning. We got 200 acres out now, and we're gonna load these things up. We're not gonna move tonight. Obviously, it's kind of, by the time we'd get anything moved, it'd be dark out, and we're not gonna move anything tonight. Regarding the automation stuff on here, which was a little overwhelming for me at first, but once we got it all set and you really see how everything works piece by piece, it's really cool. And I don't mean just cool because it's some new piece of technology. I mean it's cool because the return on the investment I really think is there. It's doing a great job of cleaning the grain, getting the grain in the hopper, and it's doing it efficiently by speeding up and slowing down when it needs to maximize the power of the machine and push the capacity all the time. I think that's going to be huge, especially in a year like this where our fields are variable because of all the rain we had throughout the year. We get to those low areas where spots are drowned out and weedy and there's not a lot of crop there. You know, I had it set to a max at 6 miles an hour because to me, pushing that 40-foot head 6 miles an hour is fast. As I started to get used to the speed, I kind of felt like maybe I could pick that up, 6.5 or 7. Eventually you get to a point where the head can't keep up. But when we get into corn, you know, we're so used to you pick a speed and you go that speed. But when the crop is so variable like that, I think it's going to be huge. Once we're used to letting the machine do its thing, it's going to be more efficient. And that means efficiency with getting the crop off the field faster. It's less hours on the machine. We're burning less fuel. Everything that comes with that by being consistent is going to be an improvement. So there's no downfall to that. Everything just gets better and better. And as you learn the system, you learn and trust the system and the machine. It'll only get better, especially as they develop the technology behind it and they keep using the systems and bringing more information into it. It's only going to get more efficient and more accurate as we go. I can't imagine having to try to explain that to my great-grandpa, who's not around anymore, but explaining to him what we're doing here with these giant green robots. That thing also has automated turn automation. Auto track turn automation. I didn't set it up because I felt like I had enough stuff set up on that thing today, but it'll raise and lower the head and turn the machine around for you. You literally don't have to do anything. Autonomous stuff is so close. Like I keep telling people, it's like it's already here. You just have to be in the cab to ground truth it and make sure everything's going right. But it is so close. That's it. All right. I'll quit talking now. I think we're gonna have some tough plants in the morning. We had a lot of dew last night and a lot of humidity today, so that means the plants, this part, is gonna be tough to work with in the morning, which when we're moving 5 miles north, we're moving this much equipment anyway, it's gonna take some time, so there'll be a lot of moving, and then hopefully it'll be dry by the time we get everything moved there. And everything's gonna need to be fueled up, because we're not moving everything up the road until everything's full of fuel, so I may as well get this fueling while I walk back down there to that other machine, Suppose I'll also have to fill up the DEF with, just kidding, this one's pre-emission. I amuse myself. It is so quiet in this cab. Ah yes, the sweet sound of bin fans in my yard for the next couple of months. Ladies doing good? Do I have you all? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 19 of you. Good deal. Okay, sleep good. Oh, check that out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm willing to bet Becky grabbed a bunch this morning, so we got probably 15 eggs today. Amazing. We're rich. You look tired. You want me to rub your belly? Yeah, there you go. Night, Anna. Thanks for watching. Farmers Business Network was created by farmers to put farmers first. So join me and tens of thousands of other farmers over at fbn.com, where it's free to become a member. You can get access to their digital insight system. You can get transparent pricing on things like seed, chemical, and animal health, and you can get instant approval for things like egg financing and marketing premiums. Again, it's free to become a member, so join me and everybody else over at fbn.com.